India, a land of bright colors, old stories, and amazing people, gave the world a special gift: Srinivasa Ramanujan. Born in 1887 in a small town called Erode, his childhood was simple and traditional. Imagine young Ramanujan playing near busy markets and peaceful temples. His family, though not rich, taught him to love learning. Even as a little boy, Ramanujan loved numbers. He'd spend hours doing math problems, writing equations on slates, forgetting everything else around him. His mind was his playground, a place where numbers danced and made patterns. This love for math made him special, starting him on an amazing journey. At school, everyone saw how smart he was. Math was easy for him, and he understood difficult ideas that confused other kids. Teachers were surprised by how much he knew about numbers. They knew he was very talented, like a tiny spark waiting to become a big flame. He didn't have many math books and his family didn't have much money, but that didn't stop Ramanujan. He really wanted to learn more about math, like he was very thirsty for it. Even without many books or help, Ramanujan kept learning. He taught himself math. He read every math book he could find. A worn-out copy of a math book called Carr's Synopsis became his favorite. Imagine him reading this book by the light of a small oil lamp, trying to understand really hard math problems. He spent hours studying, working out problems and writing down his answers in notebooks. These notebooks, full of his amazing math ideas, later showed everyone how smart he was. Because he learned math in his own way, some people didn't believe he was so smart. They didn't understand his ideas. Some people even told him his work wasn't good enough. Ramanujan was sad, but he didn't give up. He kept working because he knew he was good at math. Soon, other people started to see how smart he was. Some local math experts saw his work and helped him. They became his teachers and helped him learn even more. In 1913, Ramanujan did something very brave. He wrote a letter to a famous math professor at Cambridge University named G.H. Hardy. He showed Hardy some of his math work, hoping Hardy would help him. Hardy was surprised by how good Ramanujan's work was. He knew Ramanujan was very talented and invited him to come to Cambridge. This changed Ramanujan's life forever. He left his family and everything he knew to go to England. It wasn't easy. England was very different from India. The weather was cold and it was hard to get used to a new way of life. But Ramanujan still loved math more than anything. At Cambridge, he finally had a place where he could do his best work. Hardy became more than just a teacher. He became Ramanujan's friend and worked with him on math problems. They wrote papers together, exploring new math ideas. They worked together really well, even though they were from very different places. Ramanujan didn't live very long in Cambridge because he got sick, but he did a lot of important math work. He discovered new things about numbers, and his work still amazes mathematicians today. He even became a Fellow of the Royal Society, a big honor. Everyone started to know how smart he was. In 1919, Ramanujan went back to India. He was happy about what he had done, but he was still very sick. He died when he was only 32 years old. Even though he didn't live long, Ramanujan changed math forever. His story is about being brave, never giving up, and believing in yourself. He was poor and didn't go to a good school, and lots of people didn't believe in him, but he still became a famous mathematician. Ramanujan's story inspires people all over the world, showing them that anyone can be amazing, no matter where they come from.